It was supposed to be a lighthearted morning on Today with Jenna and Friends. The studio lights glowed warmly. The audience buzzed with excitement, and the band played an upbeat intro as global pop icon. Gwen Stefani stepped onto the stage. Dressed in a sleek ivory blazer and signature bold red lipstick, Gwen smiled and waved to the crowd. Jenna welcomed her with open arms, complimenting her latest project, and reminiscing about her long career in music and fashion. The energy was bright, almost celebratory, but beneath the surface, something felt off. The first few minutes went smoothly. They joked about touring life, motherhood, and balancing fame with family. Gwen laughed, occasionally brushing her platinum hair, back as she spoke about creativity and reinvention. Then the tone shifted. Jenna leaned forward slightly and said, "You've always been open about your personal life. Do you think your past relationships shaped your new music more than you expected?" A polite question, or so it seemed. Gwen's smile tightened, just barely noticeable. "I think all life experiences shape art," she replied carefully. Jenna continued, pressing gently. "Even the painful ones?" "Some fans feel your recent lyrics are more direct, almost like messages." The audience chuckled softly. Gwen's eyes flickered for a moment. "I write from the heart. That's all." The cameras zoomed in, capturing every micro-expression. Then came the comment that changed everything. "Well," Jenna added with a half-smile, "some critics say revisiting old heartbreak publicly keeps the drama alive. What do you think about that?" The room went still. Gwen's posture stiffened. "Drama?" she repeated. There was a pause, longer than television silence usually allows. "I've worked for decades to build a career beyond drama," Gwen said, her tone calm but edged with steel. "Reducing my art to that feels unfair." Jenna tried to recover. "Of course, that's not what I meant." But Gwen raised a hand gently. "Not aggressive, just firm. I'm proud of my story, and I'm not here to relive tabloid narratives." The audience shifted uncomfortably. Producers in the control room exchanged glances. The tension was undeniable now. Jenna attempted to pivot the conversation, back to Gwen's new fashion collaboration. But the air had changed. Gwen answered briefly, her warmth replaced by restraint. Then, unexpectedly, Jenna brought up an old televised moment from years ago, a clip that had once gone viral. "Let's revisit this for fun," she said as the screen behind them lit up. Gwen turned sharply toward the monitor. Her expression fell. "That was a difficult time," she said quietly. The clip continued playing for a few seconds too long, and that's when everything unraveled. As the clip ended, applause scattered awkwardly across the audience. Gwen sat still, eyes fixed ahead. "I didn't approve that footage," she said. The studio grew silent. Jenna blinked. "It's public archive. We thought—" "You thought it would be entertaining?" Gwen interrupted, her voice steady but visibly hurt. "No, that's not. I've been very clear about protecting my peace," Gwen continued. "There's a difference between celebrating growth and reopening wounds." The atmosphere tightened like a drawn string. From backstage, a producer gestured nervously. Commercial break was still 2 minutes away. Jenna tried again. "We admire your resilience. That clip shows how far you've come." Gwen exhaled sharply. "Then why not focus on where I am now?" There it was. The audience sensed it, the fracture between intention and impact. Jenna leaned forward, sincerity in her voice. "Gwen, I promise there was no disrespect." "I believe you," Gwen replied. "But impact matters more than intention." That line echoed in the room. For a moment, neither woman spoke. The camera hovered between them, capturing every flicker of emotion. Then Gwen removed her microphone. The small metallic click echoed louder than it should have. "I think I'm done," she said softly. Gasps rippled through the audience. Jenna reached out instinctively. "Gwen, wait!" But Gwen stood, smoothing her blazer. "I came here to celebrate my work, not revisit pain." Without another word, she stepped off the stage. The band hesitated, unsure whether to play. The floor manager rushed forward. Jenna remained seated, stunned but composed, forcing a professional smile as the show abruptly cut to commercial. Behind the curtain, voices overlapped in hushed urgency. "Can we get her back? Was that planned?" "Cut the feed!" Inside her dressing room, Gwen reportedly paced. Emotions colliding, anger, disappointment, exhaustion. This wasn't about one clip. It was about boundaries. And this time she had chosen not to stay silent. When the show returned from commercial break, Gwen's chair was empty. Jenna addressed the audience directly. "We respect our guests and their feelings. Sometimes live television brings unexpected moments. We wish Gwen nothing but the best." Her tone was measured, but viewers could sense the weight of what had just occurred. Within minutes, social media erupted. Clips of the walk-off spread like wildfire. Hashtags trended. Some viewers applauded Gwen for standing up for herself. Others argued that public figures should expect tough questions. Entertainment analysts dissected every second of the exchange. Was it a misunderstanding? Was it a production oversight? Or was it a larger conversation about how female artists are often defined by their past relationships? Later that evening, a brief statement appeared on Gwen's social media. "Protecting your peace is not dramatic. It's necessary." 4 words that reignited the debate. Sources close to the show suggested there had been no malicious intent, only a misjudgment about what would resonate as nostalgic versus painful. Insiders hinted that Gwen had requested certain topics be avoided before the appearance. Whether that request was overlooked or misunderstood remains unclear. Days later, Jenna addressed the situation again during the broadcast. "I have immense respect for Gwen Stefani," she said sincerely. "If our segment caused hurt, that was never our goal." The apology was subtle but public. Meanwhile, Gwen remained focused on her tour rehearsals, posting rehearsal clips and behind-the-scenes laughter with her band. No further comments. No escalation. Just forward motion. The incident sparked a broader cultural conversation about consent in storytelling, especially when it comes to revisiting artists' most vulnerable chapters for ratings. In the end, no shouting match defined the clash. No insults were thrown. It was quieter than that. A line crossed, a boundary drawn, and a superstar choosing to walk away instead of sitting through discomfort for the sake of television. Because sometimes the most powerful statement isn't made with words. It's made by standing